Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching me from. Actually, I've been on the view for these sagas going online about Lokidu and Sky B. Please, Nigerians, I just want to beg us passionately. You see, when there is issue like this, instead of us to just come out immediately and start putting up blames to one-sided, no, that is the best time to actually dig deep into the proper investigation so that you can know what to actually give out to the public. So what am I saying? You see, this issue of Lokidu and Sky B, both have their own mistakes. Yes, both have their own mistakes based on the information I've gathered online and even the ones I've gathered from some other persons that knew them. So both have their mistakes. Now, let me start on the part of Sky B. Sky B, try. Yes, try. Somebody from Lagos, Abuja, flown down to Port Harcourt just out of sympathy and pity. And we all know how much flight ticket is. Even if its flight ticket was ₦1, for somebody to have remembered you to just come after hearing that Sky B is still alive, but he's not that famous. You are a superstar, and that kind of person come to bring you back to fame. Even if that problem was emanating from the kingdom of darkness, my brother, you should have resolved it with diplomacy and wisdom. Yes. Than coming to the public space to say, look, you do this, do that, do that. My brother, this guy did so well for you. If you count 50 persons, only 3 or 4 out of that 50 can actually do what Lokidu did. Yes, actually, they say Lokidu either was using it to chase crowds for himself. Yes, fine. It is his business. But what about certain persons, certain celebrities who even doesn't care? Whether they come or they didn't come, that crowd will still be there, giving them what they want in this social media. But this guy flew down from Lagos to Port Harcourt just for your sake. And after everything, he made you again popular before Nigerians. I believe that publicity he did for you was free. He didn't collect a dime. I believe those phones and others he bought for you were from his pocket. I didn't request back his money again. I even had him, because I went and watched the video, I had him telling you to call your number so that Nigerians can reach you directly. This particular point I made now was a point of somebody who is doing something with his freest mind. Yes, he did all this. In fact, we were struggling to call your number with that Nokia Touch, a smaller phone that we were using. But he exercised patience and waited for you to call your number to Nigerians. And Nigerians who had pity on you started bringing in, no matter how little. In one of the videos I watched, your voice I heard so much. You were saying you gained 33 million or something thereabout, or in the courtesy of Lokidu. My brother, let us be very alert by not biting the finger that feeds us. Any finger that feeds you, you bite. My brother, come a day. On your side, I am begging you passionately to look away and resolve with Lokidu, so that Lokidu's spirit and your own spirit will align back. If not, my brother, going to the top may be difficult because this guy, despite that he was using you to just promote his own pages, but that is fine. But he did it all in love and sympathy for you. What about other people he has not gone to, who actually may be in similar situation for you? but this guy come through for you. Even if along the line there was an issue of money, blah blah blah, this is not something that should have come for public space. You should have gone to him directly, or probably you go through with your few friends to meet Lokidu, so you people resolve without the public knowing. Now everybody now refuses to hear from the side of Lokidu, because Nigerians, there's one problem we always had. When there's issue like this, we cannot dig deep to know exactly where the side of the truth are coming from, and who has an error and who does not have. But we would like at least bringing up judgment immediately. Please, that guy tried for you. Honestly, that guy tried for you. Try as much as possible to make peace with Lokidu. Let his mind. In fact, if I were you, right now as I'm talking, I would have gone to him and then did a public video showing my apology, sincere apology to Lokidu. Even if Lokidu chops some money, good, my brother. That shouldn't have been a case. Yeah, actually, he brought you back to fame now. But just that you're growing back yourself little by little. But he brought you back to fame. How many Nigerians can do it for you? This should have been the questions you should have asked yourself. I think you were there all these years. How many of them come through for you? Well, on the side of Lokidu, I think you tried for Sky B, but the only mistake you made was actually alleging that Sky B was on hard substance. Because these things, I see it as allegation, because no proof yet. But what you should have done is to still fly back to Sky B to know exactly why he's doing what he's doing. But that is by the way. And again, you went and submit your NGO account for Nigerians to be donating. Possibly we are doing all these things so that once the money reaches some amount of some reasonable amount, then you can actually involve his family members and say, how do we help this young man? Probably that was your intention, but I may not know. But that was totally wrong. Totally wrong, sir. Totally wrong. We should have allowed Sky B to receive all donations so that Nigerians can know how Sky B manages money. Now you are part of the saga now, just because of submitting your NGO account, and Nigerians felt that probably you have a negative motive over it. But all the way, that makes up humanity. That makes up life. Sometimes the people you trusted so much may fail, so that will not stop you from moving ahead. So I will beg and ask, in case Sky B actually come for your apology, just accept it and leave. That is life. Do you understand? That is life. But submitting your NGO account to receive donation was a really bad one on the side of misstep. You understand? I know you've been doing enough work. You've been doing a lot of job for Nigerians. Whether not for your own interest or for the interest of those who are doing it, or for the interest of Nigerians. But I know you have been trying. You have been trying. But please, in case of next time, any person you want to give an air, just let it be without I know you're a very busy man, but whenever Sky B comes for an apology, accept his apology, because you are the one on your own that decided to go and then bring him on to them. So this little saga will not make you to actually hurt him or let your spirit go bad against him. No. Let us be brotherly to humanity. Because all the services we are rendering just for humanity and God, no other person. Thank you and God bless.